Usually have 5 or 6 people in class who are sheep farmers. Not anymore, I guess. What was the thing that we were trying to resolve? They just threw a ton of information at us, right? Why what?
Why they made money? They made more money, but they didn't like benefit off of it.
Yeah, they made more money, and I think this is crucial. They said adjusted for inflation. So it wasn't like they just had more cash. They had more money relative to their peers, right? They had more income from wool sales. That's crucial. They had more income from wool sales than it ever had before, and it wasn't just from inflation. And yet they didn't enjoy a better life, a commensurate increase in prosperity. So which ones were we debating here? Anyone? D. Okay. Competition in wool sales increased during the period in question, leaving Australian wool producers in a less favorable position than previously. So if they're in a less favorable position, what does that mean about them?
They can't compete with wool producers?
Yeah, they're not, like, their business isn't going to do as well maybe going forward, right? Why doesn't this explain the lack of increase in prosperity?
I guess, like, despite that, they got income anyway from
They
wool?
still got the money. So I think what this is doing is it's talking about the future. Like, your business is not as good of a position going forward, but you still got more money this year or over this time period. So why didn't your, lifestyle increase? We don't know.
What was wrong with
E. Among Australian sheep farmers, the percentage who made their living exclusively from international wool sales increased significantly during the period in question. Okay, so a lot more of them, this is all they did to make money, which kind of makes sense because that's where the most profits were, right? Why do you feel like this would explain why their prosperity didn't go up?
Maybe they used to have a side job and then lost it. Now they are only making money from here.
Okay.
Then they're spending that more on necessity stuff.
All right. So before they had 2 jobs.
Right.
Now they just have 1. They're exclusively doing this, and so then they're giving up the money that they would have made from the other job. So is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now they're making more money in this area.
One thing.
Yeah. Absolutely. Right? This is a serious problem. But does that have to be the case with E? Does it have to be the case that they had another job that they gave up and then lost that money?
No, but it would help resolve the paradox.
It would, right? I think that's where C is better than E, because C comes out and says that explicitly. Like what you're adding to E is said in C. Because I think the key phrase in C is it says certain other products produced by all Australian sheep farmers. It's saying, hey, this is how they do this. Because that would be another thing. Because we'd be like, well, what, did this family do that? Like, we don't know. But they said they did. And they didn't make as much money there. So more money here, less money here. Overall, maybe same amount of money. It's a good thought. Just it requires us to make that assumption. Yeah. All right. Any other questions on this one? Okay, you're not cool with C.
Yeah, I had also picked E, but when it said the percentage who made their living, I just assumed that, that there were more farmers who were selling this stuff internationally, so there was more competition. So if there are more people selling the same thing, you're not going to make as much money because
Wait, hold on. See, that's the problem. Is then you're saying you're not going to make as much money, but they said they made more income from the from wool sales. So we can't let go of that fact. We have to say, even though they made more money from the income or from wool sales, why didn't their basically the money they take home with them go up? And this is saying, well, it's because they had all that money from this, but they lost money in another part of their income stream.
Yeah, I guess like again like when I was reading it, like I just assumed that was all they were selling. So when C added in all this other stuff that wasn't mentioned in the past, I'm just gonna like
You're just like, forget it.
yeah.
Yeah, well, one thing about, and this is true for all these questions, it says which one following if true. So if C is true and they did sell these things and now they're making less money from them, that could explain why their overall income is actually not much different than it was before. Okay. Are you okay with C somewhat? Yeah, okay.